say the experts like meteorologist Mike Everett, because you can kind of put that all into human speak. What it means is not good for the people up in BC right now.
No, absolutely not. They've been taking the bulk of this rain so far. It was up towards central British Columbia last night and now making that shift towards the south. So there is good news here. It looks like we're going to see this one last round of rain move through and then some relief behind it. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. I want to start you off with some tranquility that looks a little more like spring and a lot less like fall. Look at how high that snow level is as we look towards Sun Mountain Lodge. We will see those snow levels come down this weekend, but it's going to be a bittersweet kind of thing here because we'll see freezing levels get down to about 3,500 feet there, but it doesn't look like we're going to be tracking a whole lot of precipitation then. So as far as building the snowpack back up, we're going to have to see if we can do that next week. But we are tapping more warm rain, not as intense as it has been, but we are tracking another atmospheric river type storm that will move through early next week and keep those snow levels in that 5,000 and 6,000 range. Some improvement in Westport. If you were with us last night, you couldn't even see out of this camera. There was blinding driving rain there last night. Now it's still gray out there, but it's not raining heavily and surf is up there, seeing a little bit of calming there. Taking a look at radar, well, it all seems to jive. We are tracking some showers that are off towards the northwestern tip of the Olympic Peninsula and seeing a cloud deck that's way up high, a bit on the gray side out there, but temperatures currently in the mid-50s. The wind has been a constant overnight last night and still now coming in sustained about 18 to 20 miles an hour. Some gusts up to 30 are still possible along the I-5 corridor tonight. I'll walk you through that in a moment. Going to show you some quick math here. November 30th was yesterday, the final day of what was a very wet month across the Pacific Northwest. SeaTac picked up about 12/100ths of an inch of rain. Bellingham picked up over an inch of rain, and Forks picked up close to 3 inches of rain. So when it all totals out, it was a very impressive month. SeaTac, well, 10.26 was above average, but it wasn't the wettest month on record. Bellingham crushed it. 14.57 inches is a new record for the month of November, and Forks had the second wettest month on record, 27.5 inches there. So here's what's happening, the big picture. We saw this a moment ago, but it's a good idea to double back to it. There's our current incarnation of the atmospheric river, and what you're seeing is that movement towards the south and southeast there. We've got a frontal boundary that will gently nudge all of that moisture away from us. Now, we do have some heavy rain, as Steve was saying, up towards British Columbia there, but that will move through overnight tonight, and hopefully by the time we get to Friday, everybody will get a chance to catch a breath here. So let's put Futurecast into motion. This is 5:30 this afternoon. Again, rain not particularly enthusiastic to start off with. We'll see some out towards the Olympics and right along the border there between Bellingham and Everett. And then as the frontal boundary moves through, something interesting happens. All of that moisture will get pushed into the Cascades. I'm not excited about that. And when you see those blues there, those are rainfall rates that'll get up over an inch and possibly an inch and a half, as Kayla was telling you earlier. And then towards Everett, we'll see a little bit of rain. We move into the early morning hours, 5 a.m. tomorrow. This is our best chance to see some rain along the I-5 corridor and down towards Seattle and Tacoma, but you're seeing some light radar returns there, just a little bit of heavier rain off towards the Snoqualmie Pass there. And then as the frontal boundary moves through, this is tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we're going to see some skies that are going to clear, including up towards British Columbia. And if you are off towards the west there, you're going to get a very well-deserved sunset. But remember, it's going to be just after 4 p.m. Taking a look at tomorrow at 11 p.m., skies clearing for virtually everybody, and that rain finally moving out of here. So as far as accumulated rainfall goes, it's not particularly impressive, especially by the standards that we have set recently, but we've got one more hurrah. You see those purples up towards British Columbia and up towards Abbotsford where we don't want it. Then we see some more rain returns that again will be about an inch and a half in the north and central Cascades, and then we are done with this system until we get to next week. Take a look at forecast winds. Well, we've got a wind that's been coming up constantly from the south and southwest overnight last night, sustained about 20 to 27 miles an hour in Seattle. But then as we put everything into motion and that frontal boundary moves through, it all switches around to the north and northwest there, and it brings some cooling air. So this is 12:30 on Thursday. We continue to put that into motion, and it should be calm and clear. It's going to be fantastic on Thursday. 7-day forecast shows temperatures getting into the mid-50s with the shower activity taking place, thankfully overnight for the most part. Make sure you get out and catch some vitamin D on Thursday. You'll have another chance to do it on Friday, and it looks like it's going to be a cool fall feeling weekend, Steve.